Hello and welcome to part 3 of my series covering the future updates of Day of Dragons. In this video I will be discussing the dragons and AI creatures coming to the 1.2 update, where we will be getting not only the smallest dragon but also the largest flying creature currently planned for the game. Before we get to the dragons though, let's discuss the AI creature. Currently only known as the Rhino or Stormbeast AI, this is not a simple meal, like many of the bugs and fish will have access to. In fact, the Stormbeast will be one of the most formidable prey in the game, second only to Slayer worms. Standing even taller than the hybrid dragon, this AI will take effort to kill, but don't think it will be as easy as swooping in and attacking, as they have the security of a herd to protect themselves. When threatened, they will perform a charge bluff to intimidate its attacker, but if it feels in danger, it will use its large horns to impale any player who gets too close or poses a great threat. Its hard shell that covers its back will probably give it a huge resistance to bile attacks, and attacks from above will be pointless. You'll want to hit it on its sides, but keep a safe distance to avoid its charge attack. A herd of AI will be a welcome sight to Day of Dragons, and I hope they introduce young Stormbeasts to allow for a greater immersion, as this is typical in the wild. Predators will attempt to kill the young as they make for an easier meal than the parents, who are larger, faster and smarter. They will be high risk, high reward meals though, as just one adult could feed several babies, meaning fewer trips for the parents. But when the behemoths are eventually added to the game, they will provide a perfect meal for the insatiable, slow growing youngsters. If you're enjoying this video, hit that subscribe button and drop a like, both are greatly appreciated. Let's move on to the smallest dragon species, the feathered micro dragon, also known as the feathered Zygovo or Zygovo. I'm not 100% on the pronunciation. Either way, this is an adorable dragon, and the only one we will be getting that has feathers as opposed to scales. It will have the acid element, and this will come in handy when you learn of its feeding habits. The micro dragon is a thief. Its primary food source is other dragons' eggs, and it uses its acid bile to break down the shell of the eggs in order to feast on what's inside. Its ability, known as preen, will allow it to cover its feathers in saliva, giving it full immunity to bile attacks from other dragons for a short time, and protecting it from one-shot attacks as well. It does, however, only protect it from one attack, so facing multiple dragons would not be wise. When facing a lone nesting dragon though, this ability will allow it to take a hit while it attempts to snatch one of the eggs. It does this by using its prehensile tail to act as a seventh limb, allowing it to carry the egg while it runs or flies away to make its escape. The micro dragon is also rumoured to be one of the few, if not the only dragon, capable of perching on trees and climbing rock faces. It's less likely going to be able to sit on tree branches, but instead cling to the sides of larger trees. Being able to do this will protect it from predators on the ground, as well as hide among the trees from aerial predators. Being the smallest dragon means that almost every other playable creature in the game can hunt it with ease, the only exceptions being the Bio Dragon, which feeds on nectar, and the Singe Crest, which can hunt the micro dragon, but because it's piscivore it will get very little nutrition from dragon meat, so not worth the effort to hunt and kill one. And now we move on to the biggest. This isn't a dragon or a wyvern, this is the Dravern hybrid. How this creature came into existence is unknown, but what we do know is that it will be incredibly powerful. Kickstarters will be able to spawn as this dragon, but for non-Kickstarters you will still be able to play as it, but the way of unlocking it is no easy task. Firstly, you must find the egg of the hybrid, which could spawn anywhere on the 1600 square kilometre map, and there is rumoured to be only one at a time, so if someone else finds it first, then you must search the whole map again. Once found, you need to incubate the egg, but there is currently no information about whether this will take longer than other dragon eggs. Successfully incubating the egg will allow you to spawn as the hybrid, and while it does have an elder stage, it's best to play carefully, as if you die you will have to find and incubate another egg. Due to it being a hybrid, it will be infertile, so there will be no nesting or crafted skins, but its rarity only adds to its charm. The Dravern hybrid also has one of the most interesting gimmicks. Until you become old enough to produce bile, you won't know which element it wields, but once you know, it adds to the danger that it poses, as your opponent won't know which element you wield. For example, Shadow Scales are weak to acid and all but immune to plasma, so someone playing as a Shadow Scale will have to weigh the risks, as if the hybrid surprises it with an acid attack, it's not likely to survive. Hunting the hybrid is not wise until you know his element. And that's everything coming to the 1.2 update. So far I have covered 13 playable and non-playable creatures coming to Day of Dragons. Let me know which is your favourite so far and which ones you're interested in trying out. In the next video I'll be covering the 1.3 update Frozen Finale. I hope you all have a wonderful day and I'll catch you next time.